Wow. I'm so excited to be here right now, but this is my question. I don't see my translator. I want to thank the ACU, Matt and Mercedes, my husband, former State Senator Gina Loudon, my children, Lyda, Lily, Jack, Samuel, and Bo, and of course, my CPAC family, who has come to mean so much to me over the years. I've been coming, you see, since I was in my 20s, which I'm really not in my 20s anymore. My husband was elected to the House of Representatives in Missouri, and our very own Phyllis Schlafly decided that she, yeah, you can clap for her. She decided she better take this young couple and teach them what it meant to be a real conservative, so she brought us to our first CPAC. Back in those days, we came to listen and learn. And today, I come to broadcast my own show and to do a couple of Fox hits here and there. But I'll tell you, this week, as I've done my Fox hits from the stage right back there, or the risers right back there, every single show I've gone on, do you know what they've asked me? Every single one. Do you think conservatives will be able to come back together after all of this rift is happening? And I say, absolutely. I know we will. And this is why. Coming to CPAC for all these years, I remember a year where there was a Bob Dole who was our nominee. He wasn't the nominee that conservatives wanted. We had him shoved down our throat, and you know what? We came together and we supported our nominee, Bob Dole. And then I remember another year where there was a Bush, a McCain, another Bush, a Romney, not necessarily in that order, but we always came together, even when it wasn't our nominee, even when we had fought hard for our conservative candidates, we came back together because that's who we are, because we know what we're fighting for. I believe that the establishment gave us Obama. I don't know what you think, but that's what I believe. In our book, called What Women Really Want, I'll be signing it right after this, actually, just down the escalators in the book signing room, co-written with my amazing friends and colleagues Anne Marie Morrell and Morgan Brittany. I wrote a chapter called 20 Years From Now. Another great thing that Phyllis Schlafly did as my mentor was introduce me to a woman named Kitty Worthman. Does anybody else know who I'm talking about? Yeah, she never made the big time. We never heard a whole lot about her. But when I talked to Kitty, I interviewed her one time, and she told me how many of the things that Obama was doing looked exactly like the things that she saw happen in her native home of Austria when the Holocaust happened. After I met Kitty, I had nightmares. And I wrote about it in our book. Every night I would go to sleep and I would picture myself in a gulag across from one of my children, with them asking me, Mama, what were you doing when our country fell to tyranny? Let me tell you something, my friends. Every moment, every step, every interview, every book I've written, everything I've done from the day I met Kitty Worthman has been so that I can answer that question, should it ever arise 20 years from now, and my child sits across from me in a gulag and asks me, Mama, what were you doing when our America fell to tyranny? I can promise you this, everyone sitting in this room, you're gonna have an answer. And it's not gonna be infighting and bickering and circular fire. It's gonna be, we came together for your freedom because that's the kind of conservatives we always were. And you know what? I don't think we'll ever have that moment where you'll be sitting in that place. But we have to keep that vision, don't we? Because we have to remember what we're fighting. They're talking about our divorce among us right now. Let me tell you something and let me tell them something in the media elite. This is not a divorce among conservatives. This is our divorce from the establishment who put us in this position, and this is our divorce from the media elite who think they can control our minds and our elections. We won't have it. We're not having any of it. This is our turn to shine, conservatives. Guess what? We're winning because we've always come back together. Because that's what winners do. They keep their focus. I know we will. because I remember the CPAC's past. I remember the path the true enemy has taken. And I don't want you to fall asleep because I know you've heard a lot of speeches, but I want you to do something a little bit different. I want you to close your eyes right now. I'm going to take you down another little memory lane here. Close your eyes if you would. February 17th, 2009, the stimulus. April 1st, 2009, Obama bows to a Saudi king. March 23rd, 2010, Obamacare signed into law. July 1st, 2010, Obama directed NASA's new mission, improve relations with the Muslim world. July 13th, 2012, Obama told American business leaders, you didn't build that. March 23rd, 2012, Obama said, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon Martin. 2012 G20 summit, Obama bowed to Mexican President Felipe Calderon. October 1st, 23rd, Obama used the government shutdown to barricade our World War II heroes from their own memorial. September 11th, 2012, Benghazi. January 24th, 2014, Fallujah. August 20th, 2014, Obama went golfing after his emotional announcement that James Foley was beheaded by Islamic terrorists. February 2016, our national debt exceeded $19 trillion, doubling that of all presidents prior to Obama. Open your eyes. Realize what we are fighting together. Did you ever dream that we would emerge from these 8 years and their tyranny to be winning so much that somebody who was elected as a Tea Party candidate could then be labeled an establishment candidate? Have we not made some accomplishments here? Did you ever dream that the tables would turn so much on the left's narrative that the #1 issue our candidates were fighting for was illegal immigration? It's like we're drunk on our own punch and we don't understand that we're winning, but we have to understand it. We're writing history. 20 years from now, our children will read about us in this moment. And 20 years from now, statists, you're going to look back on this day with that hangover misery that only comes when your own actions have resulted in your own personal hell, and you'll be ashamed. We are winning. We will win big, or we will lose everything. This room is full of frontline warriors, and I am arm in arm with you, and we will unite. I don't care who our nominee is. We will win our country back. In our book, What Women Really Want, we wrote about the way we lose when we attack one another. And I'm reminded that Teddy Roosevelt knew there'd be days like this, and he said, it's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, that's you, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again. Because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does strive to do the deeds, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place will never be, shall never be, with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. Your place will never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory or defeat. 20 years from now, let them write that about you. We defeated statism together. Our greatest test lies ahead, CPAC, but we are in the home stretch. I'm asking you to stand up right now because I'm going to close and I want to do it with you. Stand up if you would. And I want you to say it with me because I want you to remember it and I want you to take it forward into this election. Say it with me now. We are the land of the free, and we are the home of the brave. You stay brave, CPAC. God bless America. Thank you so much.